Hey there viewers, it's Charlie. I'm back again with another Transformers review, and the first review of 2025. What figures will we be looking at this year? I don't know, I can't tell the future. But to kick off this year, today's review is going to be on the Selects GoBot Guardians free pack. Yes, these are meant to be GoBots. So, well, if you remember Road Ranger from Kingdom, he's sort of meant to go with these guys. Because these are meant to be e-hobby recolors. Yeah, TFWiki is your friend to find out more about these guys, but here we have Pathfinder, the Blue Cosmos, Smallfoot, the Orange Gears, and Treds, the Green Warpath. And honestly, the fact that we've got modern toys with these guys is just amazing. And what's even more amazing is, if you look at the box, which is already quite a huge box. Well, of course we've got the names right there, but look! We've got the actual GoBots logo! Like, holy shit, that is freaking amazing! But of course we've got the standard Select packaging, so we've got all three of them here. Of course we've got their names right there. Sides, we've got all three of them. The other side, just have an Autobot symbol. And yeah, this is one of those boxes that opens like one of the old TFCC boxes. So yeah, not really much to talk about aside from the GoBots logo. And that's not the only GoBots Easter egg that we're going to find here. So, starting off, let's look at all three of them together. So, yeah, these are meant to be based on how they look in the... Well, they're meant to be based on how they look in the e-hobby, I guess, 6-pack with Bugbite, Road Ranger, and Bad Boy as well. Hence why we've got a Blue Cosmos, an Orange Gears, and a Green Warpath. And we did get Road Ranger back in Kingdom, as well as Bugbite back in, I think, Selects as well, back in Earthrise. So, all we need now is Bad Boy. So, if we can just get a new Power Glide, but... So, if we just bring in the other two GoBots right now, so we can see how they look. And, to be honest, they look pretty good together. And honestly, the fact that we've got freaking Generations GoBots now this is amazing. But well, let's not look at each one individually. So let's start off with Pathfinder. So, here, Pathfinder is a blue recolor of Cosmos. And that's because back in the GoBots line, she transformed into a UFO. And honestly, I quite like this. Like, of course, Cosmos was quite notorious for being really hard to find back in, what, 2022, 23? But at least now he's getting a reissue in the last wave of Legacy, so he's going to be easier to find now. But for Pathfinder here, yeah, this is a pretty nice deco. It's not accurate to how she looks in GoBots, because there she was like all black and red. But still, this looks pretty nice. Of course, we've got the Autobot symbol right there. Got some red and blue on the chest. Or what's going to be the chest. We still have the little bit of red there for it's the faux head. Still got these little gunners right there. Underneath is still entirely yellow, which is hilarious. And well, for the accessory, this is the other GoBots Easter egg, which is amazing. Of course, we still have the gun/flag, but whereas Cosmos had the racing/surrender flag, Pathfinder has a Guardian flag, which is amazing. Like, that's actually the Guardian symbol. I am not joking. The fact that they actually gave her the Guardian symbol on her flag is just... that's a level of detail that I would never think to add. Like, that is amazing. So I guess, like, she's waving it around to show that, yes, she's meant to be a GoBot. And it's just so surreal to see the Guardian symbol again. But of course, we can still use this as a gun. Like, so this can just plug on the side, and yes, can take blast effects. So we just plug this on. So there we go. And while putting him next to Cosmos, or putting her next to Cosmos, of course, we can see how the flags are different. But yeah, the only differences are pretty much the colors. And we can see, like, with Cosmos, I've got him stored on the back. I more use this as the racing flag for the Sweden race. But yeah, these still look pretty good together. Just two little flying saucers in the sky, I guess. Next up, here's the original toy, quickly, because why not? For Smallfoot Treds, I'll have to use pictures, but I do have the original Pathfinder toy. You can see that, yeah, it's quite different. But still pretty cool. And here is the original, I guess, e-hobby Pathfinder figure, so you can see what this is based on. And yeah, she was a blue Cosmos there as well, although it was pretty much just the G1 Cosmos toy palette swapped. But still, pretty nice reference. Like, Select is definitely giving us some really obscure figures. Like, we got Bug Bite a few years ago, remember? So, yeah. And well, to get this figure transformed... Ooh. Well, just going to start off by undoing the arms, like so. Lifting up these bits. Pushing out the back. Oh, and be careful not to pull out this bit. This is a problem on Cosmos as well. There we go. So, trying to pull this back bit out without pulling this off. And of course, I'm on camera, so it does it again. So, fuck it. I'll just pull it out with this detached. There we go. So, just pull this out. Get this reattached. Get the hips and the legs down. So we can tab in the crotch section here. There we go. And then get the side skirts down. With all this. Just spin around the back with the shoulders. Split the legs. Move them down. Spin around these sections at the back. These will tab in and form heels. Like so. This top section, we'll just spin this around. And that forms her head. this bit that keeps coming off, we'll just push this in. And that tabs into the back. Then with the shoulders, we'll just move these down. These clip into here. So these clip into these little bits here. There we go. Then get the arms out. Let's get the hands out these little bits here. And here we have Pathfinder in robot mode. And yeah, that's pretty much the exact same transformation as Cosmos, but now it's blue. And well, the resulting robot mode is, well, the best way I can describe it is, if you took the Hobby Pathfinder toy and put her in the Transformers cartoon, because obviously the Legacy Cosmos toy is heavily based on how he looks in the show, so I can only describe this as what if Pathfinder was in the show? So, yeah. And having a quick 360. Of course, exact same as Cosmos, we have a few ports everywhere. And of course, the exact same, I guess, sand bucket head. I guess you can sort of still spin it around if you want, which is pretty fun. But yeah. And of course, we still have a gun/guardian flag, which if you want, you can just plug this into the back, have it hold it as a gun. But what I do, I have it hold it as an actual flag. Just like with Cosmos, except instead of starting a race, she's showing that, yes, she's a GoBot. So, yeah. And if we put her next to her original counterpart, who, of course, would just be a GoBot, she's really easy to transform. There we go. I mean, yeah, it's Pathfinder really in name only, but they are meant to be the same characters. Like, Fun Pop does like a good job explaining all that crap. But still, they do look pretty good together. I wouldn't mind like a new toy of this Pathfinder design though, but still. If anything, they do still sort of look similar with the like circular shoulders and all that. But still. And of course, here she is with a hypothetical brother, Cosmos. And of course, with my Cosmos, well, mine's a bit, yeah. But we can see that it's pretty much the exact same, except, yep, blue instead of green and a different style of flag. But still, these two look really good. Like, I could just heck on these two as being siblings or something. And that's how it was in the original like, Hobby figure, because, just bring up a picture here. Yeah, that was how it was there as well. So this is just being fateful. But now she looks like she came out of the original show. Maybe like in season 3 or something. Like, that'd be a cool concept. So yeah. And of course, with the articulation of all the heads, she kind of looks side to side. Kind of look up. Not really that much though. Shoulders can move, so they can move forward. She can T-pose, and unlike my Cosmos, who has a really gimpy right shoulder, but Pathfinder, she has no problems there. So, yeah. But course, elbows. Swivel there at the elbow. Wrists. Nothing there, unfortunately, but oh well. Waist. Yep. She can kick forward, she can kick back. She's got knees. Swivel there at the thigh. She can do the split if you move the side skirts out the way. And a bit of a pivot. So yeah, quite posable if you want to get her into some, like, I guess, treading poses, because, yeah, all of this flag, she kind of looks like a hitchhiker, maybe for different planets. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Pathfinder. Now let's move on to the next one. Next up, we've got Smallfoot, which, no, is not an embarrassing condition she has. It's meant to be based on a monster truck, I think, like Bigfoot or something. Whereas this version of Smallfoot is meant to just be a pickup truck like Gears. So, yeah. And I think in some of the Fun Pub GoBots stories, she was the main protagonist, if I remember correctly. So to have a new toy of her is actually pretty cool. And plus, I love Legacy United Gears, so this is a win-win for me. Now, hopefully we get Swerve one day, but Now, for this figure, it's now done up in this rather cool-looking orange. Like, the rest is still the same, but we now got this Fire Guts-looking orange. Like, this is just Fire Guts Gears. But, of course, we've got the Ultimate symbol just right there. Of course, we still have the chest right there in the back. And yes, that did still come separately. Like, I got that with Gears, because, you know, open window, theft and all that, but like this is a sealed off box. I can see this like being attached for a Smallfoot, but not... I'm just rambling at this point. But yeah, this is the exact same as Gears. Although, the head is kind of different, so we'll see that when we transform her. But for Smallfoot's accessory, of course, she has the exact same gun that Gears has, although... Well, we have this really nice silver paint now, which is pretty nice. And of course, you can still attach this on the side, or here, or on the top, or whatever. So yeah, you still do have some places to plug the gun in, which is pretty cool. And yes, the underneath still pretty much shows everything off. And of course, we still have the really fun fan mode where you fold up the wheels, and now we've got a Cybertronian mode, or I guess in this case, GoBotronian. Still, it's a really fun fan hover mode, which is pretty cool. I mean, rolls okay. It's one of those ones where if you put it on a flat surface, it kind of wobbles a bit, but oh well. And I figured, yeah, it's one of those ones that just wobbles no matter what you do with it, but oh well. But let's just put her with Gears and see how she looks. And honestly, these look pretty good together. Like, she's got black windows instead of the cartoon accurate baby blue windows that they keep giving off figures. But we see that a few things are different. Like, the silver here is now black, and that houses the ultimate symbol. Some of the chest stuff is different, which we'll look at in robot mode. And yes, the heads are different, which we'll see later. And while bringing up a picture of how she looks in the original GoBots line, Well, we can see why they picked Gears for this character, can't we? But if anything, she actually looked more like Gears in the original toy line because she was red instead of orange. But yeah, this is another case of they like this is more just Smallfoot in name, to be honest, but still pretty. Like they're both I guess pickup trucks, to be honest, so it makes sense. And if we bring in the original E-Hobby figure, which of course, like that's just G1 Gears in the colors of this. I mean, I can't really complain. It's a pretty much one-to-one recreation. Although, to be honest, I'm pretty sure this being black is meant to reference, like, the, that's meant to, I cannot speak. This being black is meant to reference the Mysterians logo on the Gears mold now. So, yeah. So, pretty cool recreation. Same with Pathfinder. And well, if we just get Smallfoot here transformed, well, of course, Smallfoot's transformation is exactly like Gears, and hell, the way that Gears transformed is actually pretty clever, because, of course, we untap the chest here, and then move the entire back wheel section down, so we can just flip that up, and that's the chest. So yeah, pretty clever. Then we take the side windows and just flip all that around, so we got the legs there. Then we just push in the windows, so we got her legs. We take the front of the truck mode, untap that from the shoulders and just move that down. Pushing the wheels. Pushing these wheels. Get her arms out. Pushing the chest. Get the forearms down from the elbows. There we go. And then just pushing the back. And here we have Smallfoot in robot mode. And yeah, I love how Gears transforms. Like, yeah, it does lead to the really ugly chest on the back, but still. And the resulting robot mode, well, Smallfoot here looks really good. Like, of course, still mostly red, but, well, now she's got orange arms. And there are a few differences in the paint. And of course, we still have the Mysterians reference here on the back of the head, which is... I love that. And looking at her head, it's actually different from Gears' head. Because of course, Gears has the full-on cartoon-accurate head. But with Smallfoot, it's actually kind of different. Like, they remolded how... They remolded the eyes, so she's got a visor. The forehead looks different. I think her mouth is a bit smaller. So yeah, her head is kind of different. In fact, her face is more feminine than Gears as well. And that's not... like, there's going to be a third facial expression as well, because they're doing like a full-on cartoon... not cartoon, they're doing a full-on toy-accurate Gears as well, with the cartoon face. So... all that before Swerve. Okay. Well, of course, we can give Smallfoot the gun. Like so, she can hold it. There we go. And yeah, that looks really nice in that silver compared to Gears' just unpainted gun. And she does retain all the gimmicks from Gears, so this can still lift up, although she probably doesn't have that personality chip that Gears has. And of course, the articulation is the exact same, but I'll show that after we do the comparison. So starting off, here she is with gears. So we can see that, yeah, there's a few paint differences, mainly with the chest, because there's less silver paints. And there's some added yellow paint here as well. And of course, we talked about the different face detailing. But yeah, I just love the different face. I'm pretty sure it's based on how she looks in some of the Fun Pub GoBot stories. So yeah, pretty obscure reference there. Well, here she is with the original toy, which, I mean, of course, it looks nothing like this one, but it's the first Smallfoot. And, I mean, to be fair, it does kind of look like Gears, color-wise. So, there's that. Plus, she retains the visor from the original GoBot Smallfoot, so... But yeah. Of course, this is more referencing the one from E-Hobby, which is the G1 figure. So, yeah. Not really much to say there. It's G1 Gears, but in orange. But still, pretty nice reference. Although, yeah, I definitely prefer the face on this version over the freaking E-Hobby version, because that's just the G1 Gears toy head. But they did capture the chest detailing pretty well. So, yeah. And, well, just taking the gun off so I can do the articulation. So, the head can go side to side, although it does knock this out of the way. So this is kind of on a ball joint, although it's quite a big head sculpt. The arms can, of course, move. You can T-pose. Double jointed elbows. Bicep rotation right there. Wrists can rotate. Waist can rotate. This can come off if you want. This chest. So if you want some battle damage, and there you go. Yeah, the waist can rotate. She can kick forward. She can kick backwards. Knee, which is pretty good. Probably because I have to fold up for the transformation. She can do the splits. And pretty good ankle pivot right there. So yeah, she's quite poseable. And that's pretty much all I've got to say for Smallfoot. So, let's move on to the last one. Treds! And this is the one that looks most like his original GoBots counterpart, but he's also the most interesting, because, well, of course, we said earlier that this is the GoBots Guardians 3-pack, and the other two were Autobots. Treds is a Decepticon! So wouldn't it make more sense for this guy to be like a renegade back in GoBots? Well, it's really confusing. Like, yeah, Treds is a Guardian, but I guess he's decided to be a Decepticon for whatever reason. Maybe like a spy or something. Yeah, I got no idea why they decided to make him a Decepticon. I know tanks are usually more Decepticon vehicle modes. Like, I think Warpath is maybe the only Autobot tank I can think of off the top of my head, but still. I'm just going to say that he's a Guardian who's, like, being a Decepticon, so he can, like, spy on them or something. But yeah, this is Warpath in green, and as I said, this is the closest one to how he's meant to look, because the original Treds was also green. So yeah. And I think this is the first recolor of Warpath that we've actually had. So yeah. But looking at them, of course, we have all the same details that Warpath has. So we've got the treads right here, the wheels. Of course, we've got the turret, which can spin, and we can angle this up and down. And of course, this can take blast effects. And one thing I forgot to mention with Smallfoot is, yeah, her gun can take blast effects as well. But of course, with Treds here, we can plug in a blast effect to his tank barrel, like so. And of course, we've got a Decepticon symbol right on the turret right there. So, yeah. And the underneath is pretty clean, all things considered. Like, there's no visible robot stuff showing. I think this is the cleanest underside of all of them. Especially with this bit. This is the accessory, which is a ramp. Or a shield. And yeah, that's what I use it as. This is just a shield. But without it, yeah, it's a bit gappy without the little shield accessory. So, yeah. And that's pretty much it for the tank mode. So, putting him next to Warpath, we can see that, yes, these two look pretty good together. Like, Warpath's treads are definitely, I don't like the color. Shocked that they haven't yellowed yet. And of course, the red's been replaced with green. And the symbol's in a different place because we've got an Autobot symbol here, which is not there on Treads. Because we've got a Decepticon symbol here, which is not there on Warpath. So, yeah. And while comparing him with the original Treads, we can see that, I mean, they do look pretty similar. Although, I'd argue that the original Treads looks a bit more like Brawl, to be honest. Like, he's got that weird triangle thing at the front, a freaking star on the sides. Yeah, maybe that's why they made him a Decepticon. Because he looks more villainous back in the GoBots toy line. And I kind of wish that they kept some of the black over the shoulders. But, oh well. And of course, with V-Hobby Treads, that's the exact same as G1 Warpath in green. And yeah, this does a pretty good job of representing that. So yeah, not really much to say. So there you go. So let's move on to the transformation. So the transformation for this guy is exactly like Warpath. We're just going to remove this shield bit. So I'm just going to open this back bit on the turret. Flip around the head. And you're done! Okay, well, video over. Okay, jokes aside. This is a funny fan mode that people do with Warpath, but continuing, we're just gonna push in the turret. Just get the arms out of the treads here. Just get this back flap out. Lift it up, pushing this bit, and then push the entire thing in. Then just get this entire section pushed up, like so. Then we use back treads here, we're just going to fold these up. So now we've got the entire upper half done. So with the lower half, we're just going to split the legs. Get these little flaps down. Get the feet down. Then just fold all this in. So there's a little bit in this cavity here. Then fold in these bits of the tread so they form heels. Then get the shoulders down. And here we have treads in robot mode. And yeah, I think out of all the transformations, this one is probably the most complex, just with how the legs transform. But I still quite like it. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing it more, because it's just this guy in Warpath. But anyway, just having a 360. Of course, we've got bits of treads on the arm here. Got this huge ass flap, which... And of course, we've got the shield, which can just plug on the arm here. And we've got his head, which is pretty cool. It's the exact same as Warpath's, but still. And yeah, this guy looks pretty cool. It's like a more realistic version of Warpath, because let's be honest, I don't think tanks have ever been red. So yeah. And of course, putting him with Warpath, we can see that, yeah, these look pretty good together. Like, I'm not sure what these guys' relationship would be. Like, would they still be friends? Would they be enemies? I don't know, but still, they look pretty good together. Now, putting him with the original Treds toy, we can see quite a huge difference, I guess. Although, to be fair, like, the legs are kind of similar, because they both have, like, tread feet, although, again, I say that the original Treds toy has more similarities with Brawl, for example, with the turret on the back. Well, plus, the symbol on his chest looks more like a renegade symbol, so maybe that's why they made this guy a Decepticon. I don't know. But hey, at least the colors are right. So, there's that. And finally, putting him next to a picture of the hobby figure. Again, it's pretty much the exact same thing, except... Well, of course, it's more based on how he looks in the show. Well, how Warpath looks in the show. So it's got a more cartoon accurate head instead of the visor that the toy has. But still, I quite like how this updated version looks. Like, if Treds appeared in the Transformers show, I can see him looking like this. And, well, finally, for this guy's articulation, of course, heads on a ball joint, probably the best of all of them. The arms can move. He can T-pose. Elbows. Swivel there. Wrists. There we go, yeah. Wrist swivel. Pretty tight, though. I could not get that to... So yeah, the hands are really tight. Anyway, got waist swivel, I'm pretty sure. There we go, bit of waist swivel. You can kick forward. You can kick back. He's got a knee up to there. Swivel there, the thigh. And the Yeah, that's quite the ankle pivot. And still the same kind of issue that Warpath has, where it's really hard to get to click it back in. And when you do, it has that really worrying sound. But really, I'd argue it's about to there. But still, that clicking sound is quite worrying. But yeah, it's pretty much it for Warpath. Well, Treds. Sorry, but my brain just farted there. And to be honest, I think that's all I've got to say about these three. So let's put them all together so we can see how they look in robot mode. And yeah, they do look pretty good together. So, quickly bringing in Bug Biter and Road Ranger so we can see how the current, I guess, Generation Z Hobby GoBots are going. Yeah, these guys look pretty good together. So, all we need now is Bad Boy. So, if we can get a deluxe power glide maybe first. Or maybe if we can get Legacy Beachcomber into Buggyman or something. But yeah, these guys look pretty good together. But well, for these three, well, how are they? Well, for complaints, yeah, most of the complaints, if not all of them, are directly the same as Cosmos, Gears, and Warpath's complaints. Like, for any new ones, honestly, I can't really think of any of them. I mean, Pathfinder literally fixes the problem that I have with Cosmos, that being the loose shoulder. So I'll just go with it's the exact same complaints. But well, do I recommend this? Well, if you really like the GoBots, then absolutely, like this is a really cool set. But like, if you have no bloody clue who these characters are, then I mean, maybe not. I mean, they definitely look cool, but I'd say this is well. Sorry, coughing there, but I would say that this is more intended for like hardcore like Transformers and it's like me, for example, because like, there's a reason that these were put in selects. But honestly, if you're a fan of the GoBots, for example, then yeah, I definitely recommend these. Or if you just like really cool repaints, because I freaking love these, and I really hope that they do like a Buggy Man or a Bad Boy soon. So yeah, so this has been my review on the GoBot Guardian free pack, and this is Charlie Young signing off.